Welcome back to another amazing video from Ape Recaps. Today, we will recap an American action comedy film called Barely Lethal from 2015. While on a mission, Megan Walsh, an assassin, gets intrigued by the lives of the other teenagers who are her age. She decides to fake her own death and enroll herself in a school in order to have a normal life. How will she manage to live her life as an assassin? Will she be able to have a normal life in the outside world? Let's find out. But before we begin, beware of spoilers. Watch out and take care, and I hope you enjoy the video. The film opens with the girls of Prescott Academy, who are taught to become trained assassins from birth. Number 83 has always had the curiosity of the world outside the academy, however. Despite her excellent work in the field, she has dreamt of a normal life. Her mentor, Hardman, has always discouraged her and the other girls from becoming attached to anything. 83's skills have also made her rivals with 84. Hardman assigns the girls to capture wanted arms dealer Victoria Knox. The agents head to Chechnya to apprehend her. 83 goes undercover as one of those captured and is brought before Knox. She manages to latch herself and Knox onto an oncoming jet with Hardman on it. When they get high and far enough, 83 drops herself into a river, while the other agents apprehend Knox. They find no sign of 83 and declare her MIA. 83 goes into hiding to start her new life as a regular teenager. She goes to high school and goes through an exchange program to live with the Larson family under the name Megan Walsh. She is picked up by Mrs. Larson and her children, Liz and Parker. Later on, the students make fun of Megan, but she is saved by a popular boy named Cash. As Megan continues her new life as a high school student, she makes friends with a geeky kid named Roger, who has an interest in her, despite her attraction to Cash. She hacks the school system to assign Cash as her biology lab partner. Cindy and Donna, two popular bullies, convince Megan to try out as the school mascot. When students from a rival school follow tradition and try to kidnap Newton High's mascot from a game, she fights them off, as she knows how to fight due to spending most of her life being a trained assassin. She gets captured in a video, which is not good for her. She feels very guilty afterwards, with her friend trying to cheer her up. Later that day, she feels very distressed about everything that happened to her at school. Her new mother, Mrs. Larson, enters the room, calms her, and asks her what happened. She tells her it is a new experience for her, and she cannot handle this anymore. Mrs. Larson tells her that it is okay and that it is just high school. Mrs. Larson is very nice to her and treats her like her own child. She cheers her up by saying that it is just high school and everything will be alright. Both of them even hug each other, and Megan feels like she has a mother now, which makes her life a little bit normal. Back at Prescott, Hardman is holding Knox in captivity. Hardman enters the interrogating room and sarcastically asks Knox if she is enjoying their hospitality. He tells her that all she has to do is give him the name of her supplier, and he will make sure that she rots in their care with dignity. He tells her that she will have the advantage of having a shower once a week and French toast on Sundays, and many more. She smiles and tells him that is very nice of him, implying that it is a nice way to bribe, but she is not sharing the name of her supplier. He says that everyone eventually talks, but she claims that she is not like everyone else. He also mentions that if she reveals the information, she will get many advantages, and she will also get a chance on the right side, and it is implied that he is on the good side. Knox points out the fact that he is not on the good side because he destroys the lives of people, which is morally incorrect. He explains that he only takes the lives of the people who do not deserve to live. Knox further proves her point of him not being on the good side by stating that she is not talking about his mission, and she is talking about the children and how he destroys their lives by turning them into killing machines that do not possess any feelings. 84 walks in and tells Hardman that she has to tell him something important and that it cannot wait. He tells her that it is her last chance to talk before he takes drastic measures. She still refuses to talk. Hardman leaves 84 while Knox asks him if he knows what she likes about the people whom she does her business with. She tells him that those people know they are assholes and implies that Hardman is one too, but acts like he's not. Back at school, the video of Megan beating the rival school kids goes viral. She enters the library where everyone is looking at her, and they all start cheering and clapping for her. Liz gets annoyed, and Megan asks her what is going on. Liz shows her the video of her beating the rival schoolboys. She informs her that her video got 85,000 views only last night. Megan gets surprised and happy because of the fact that she went viral. Meanwhile, everyone talks about how Megan beat them and sent a message to never mess with them ever again. Then they all start chanting. Megan laughs confusingly and tells Liz that she has no idea why everyone is cheering for her because she just beat up some kids. Megan is happy about all of this, but suddenly realizes that she can't be on the internet, and it's going to be a big problem for her because she faked her death, and that video might ruin everything for her. Cash walks in on them and tells Megan that he is practicing with the band this weekend and invites her. Unable to believe that Cash is talking to her, Megan tells him that she will come. Liz gets more annoyed over the fact that even Cash is into her. She tells her that she knows that Megan is very sketchy and she has her eyes on her. Later, she goes to their music rehearsal space. Roger mistakenly sneaks up on her and touches her shoulder to greet her, but she acts on her reflexes. She grabs his arm and smacks his face with her elbow and drops him. She realizes that it was Roger and apologizes to him while advising him that he should not sneak up on people like that from behind. The poor guy tells her that it is okay, and all of it was entirely his fault. She picks him up and he welcomes her to the room. He hooks up all the equipment while Megan brings some ice for him. Since Roger likes her, and to prove to her that he is not fragile and weak, he tells her that he would have been able to defend himself, but she attacked him out of nowhere and caught him off guard. She laughs and agrees with him. He also mentions that it is very cool that her video is getting much more famous and is on pace to beat Cash's band's last video release. She emphasizes the fact that she would like to turn off the internet because she doesn't like fame. This is because she is trying to hide and live a normal life. He tells her that a lot of people would kill for that kind of fame and attention. She explains that she wants to stay under the radar. He suggests that she should not try to engage in any more fights if she wants to stay under the radar, or else she will get more famous if she keeps fighting like that. She starts to tell him all about the types of moves she used on the boys she beat up in the video and soon realizes that he is just joking with her. He asks her if her parents were in the military because he thought that she has a military background given her fighting skills. She elaborates that her parents died when she was very young and she was raised by foster parents. He apologizes and tells her that he was not aware. Cash walks in with his band and he asks Megan if she can give her honest opinion on a new song that he is writing, which is just an early rough draft. After spending some time with Cash, she heads back home. As she's walking home, she is apprehended by a Prescott analyst and is brought back to Hardman. He is ready to have his minion, Pedro, torture Megan under the assumption that she is working with enemies of Prescott. He injects her with a truth serum and realizes she is honest when she says she only wanted to enjoy a normal life outside the academy. Pedro also sympathizes with Megan as she cries. Hardman lets her go but warns her that if she gets into trouble, they won't be there to bail her out. They dump her on the front porch of the Larson house to make Megan look like she's super drunk. Megan gets invited to a big party at the home of the school's class clown, Gooch. Mrs. Larson encourages Megan to go and makes Liz join her. At the party, Megan continues to hang out with Cash, while Liz gets drunk with Gooch in his bathtub, learning that his name is really Bernard and that he's not a total jerk. To Megan's surprise, 84 is there, now going by Heather. Megan thinks Hardman sent Heather to shadow her, but she has her own plan brewing. She goes after Cash to piss Megan off, forcing them into a game. Megan eventually wins Cash's attention and gets asked by him to the homecoming dance. The next morning, Mrs. Larson is upset with Megan and Liz since Liz passed out and got an explicit image drawn on her face. Megan is later about to take the bus to school when she sees that Hardman is driving a bus and only passes through to warn Megan that Knox has escaped from Prescott. Liz drives Megan to school, but they are pursued by a masked assassin. Megan steers them away from danger and admits to Liz her secret. They crash in a junkyard while also getting the assassin to crash. Megan goes to investigate and smells a perfume she recognizes, meaning it was Heather that tried to murder them. Liz is in the hospital after the crash. Megan tells her she has to leave before anybody else gets hurt. Liz responds that Megan trying to abandon the family would be worse. The girls go to the homecoming dance. Megan realizes that Cash is kind of a boring person and dumps him. She goes to apologize to Roger, who is still sort of upset with her, and then she finds out that his date is Heather. She provokes Megan's rage and they fight in the gym. They spill punches on the mean girls, who then start to fight each other. Heather chases Megan into the hallway, where they end up in the kitchen. Heather says she joined Knox for the chance to kill Megan herself. She also brags about making out with Cash and Roger. Liz sneaks up on Heather and stabs her in the leg with a corn dog stick, allowing Megan to whack Heather over the head and knock her out. Megan returns home to find that Knox and some goons have taken Parker and Mrs. Larson hostage. Megan fights the goons, but Liz gets captured as well. Knox reveals that she was the very first Prescott girl, but she left and turned against them for robbing her of her life. Hardman shows up with reinforcements to take them out and tranquilize Knox. Megan knows Hardman came back to help her, despite his denial, and she hugs him. Parker asks Hardman how he can get in on the action, and he tells him to apply for the Prescott Boys' School. He excitedly asks his mom if he can. Megan uses a Prescott helicopter to stop Roger, who is driving home. She tells Roger her true feelings for him, and the two share a passionate kiss before joining Liz and Gooch in the helicopter. In a mid-credits scene, Heather meets with a former henchman of Knox and orders him to find out where she is going to college. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and turn on notifications for our next video. Take care and see you next time.